Is it working? Okay. Hi guys, and remember last time when I was trying to find that ship that we need to rescue on this mission, the Arlina Kerman from the orbit, and I was just couldn't finding it. This is it. This is the one. So yeah, that's a pretty uneven orbit around Kerbin. It's not that, it's not doable or anything, but she could have at least done, got trapped in a circular orbit. That would have made it easier to recover. But yeah, and as you can see, we can terminate it, but we cannot fly the ship. This is what I wanted to say last time. So I cannot like get control of it and make her like jump from that ship into the other ship. So you literally have to get the ship that has to rescue her to it, and I don't think it will have any docking ports, so you'll have to use like those grabbing mechanism, the actuators I think they are called. Meanwhile, Jebediah is still on his way to Minmus and he still has 5 days to go, so no worries about that. But yeah, I have to actually do that. Orbital stations and tourist missions. These are so boring at this point, and I'm not even going to bother with them. So yeah, we'll have to use. Where are they? Let me see if I can remember. There you go. Advanced grabbing unit. This is what we'll need to use. So we'll make a. Which is better, like octo or hex? Internal electric charge. I mean it. Yeah, as I said, we'll use it based on the price. This one is more expensive, so it must be better. But yeah, we'll use a probe for this one, and the reason for that is just I don't want to risk any of my astronauts' life in a mission that is basically just to like rescue someone. Which hey, I mean, good props for that, but still not exactly what I had in mind. So we'll have to use this. Gosh darn, this is like big. And if we see arm, there you go, it will have to go and grab toggle flag. It has a flag. Oh, I see. Yeah, there you go. And you can put like something that makes it like extendable or some structure things on it, obviously, but we're not going to bother with any of that nonsense, quite obviously. So what I will need is we'll definitely need some electricity, some fuel tanks to bring it back, some heat shields. Let's see. Can we? What is like the RCS fuel tank? These are small. I'm trying to think about it. I would also like to put a airstream protective shield, just to like get it protected. But at the same time, these are like pretty big, which means that we'll have to go straight for the large fuel tanks right away, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I would have preferred not to have to do that. That's all that I'm trying to say. Let's stop beating around the bush and start thinking about how to do this. I am a little bit confused, but it's just that I haven't done a mission like this. Like, I only tried to do something like this once and it didn't work out great. I'll just point that out straight from the get-go. It was a fucking disaster, and yeah, I don't want to repeat that. No, thank you very much. I think this actually can remain here as a protection, and we can put the heat shield right below. If I could only find it, thermal. There you go. Yeah, it's looking good. Looking good so far. What about the... Oh, these are big. Okay, these two are smaller. We can use these to help cool the ship down as we come back. Okay, heat shield over there, and solar panels will be... suppose we'll put them like over here. and we'll need like one communitron thing to be able to have like connection to Kerbin. Obviously we'll just put it over here and it should be fine and stable. And parachutes, obviously. Can we put parachutes on this thing? I'm not sure. We'll need like a bunch of parachutes because it's not only this thing that is coming down, but the entire like you know, ship with it. If you can understand what I'm trying to say, like the ship that we're going to rescue is going to come down with this as well. So it's gonna be heavy. It's gonna be heavy. All right, let us see. We'll need the coupling. There you go. We'll have the stack decoupler over here, and then we can start adding the fuel tanks. We have like the large jumbo fuel tanks now. Pretty happy about those. Pretty large and solid. There you go. What actually gave me a tip is that I can press shift in order to move the entire ship up without using the without having to like click on the command module, and thank you very much for the tip. It is highly appreciated. The thing is, we need a lot of precision for those operations, and that's why I don't really like the fact that our final stage will be like a jumbo thing. We'll need like, you know, monopropellant stuff over here. We'll put 4 of them. There we go. How much monopropellant do we have right now? I could only see it somewhere. Unused. Yeah, I know those are unused, but that's not what I'm trying to ask right now. I guess 250. Is that enough? Yes, no, maybe, possibly. We'll see about it. You know, it's gonna be some trial and error for me as well. You know, there you go. It's something that I don't know. I guess many of you guys wanted to like, finally something that he doesn't know. Finally something that he can fail at. I just couldn't wait for this moment to happen. I am so happy. Well, there you go. Now you have it. Finally have an episode where I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do and could possibly fail. But hopefully it will be alright. Not sure. Should we use the giant twin bore engines? And we can use like additional boosters next to it, even solid fuel boosters, like why the hell not? Obviously this is not how we're going to use them. We're going to have them attached with like radial decouplers, but yeah, that could be good. Or we could go back to asparagus staging. That should work fine as well. What would be better, solid fuel boosters or asparagus staging? The solid fuel boosters have more thrust, I know that for sure, but with these we can like have a more thrust controlled, you know, environment basically. So I guess we'll go with these. We can put 3 of them. Wow, it's a lot. That is indeed quite a lot. We'll put in the reliance. They're a little bit more reliant. Yeah, that was not very good. Okay, aerodynamic nose cones, and obviously we must not forget the external fuel ducts. Alright, looking good. I mean, we can add some structural things to make sure that they don't just shear off or anything weird like that. There you go. That should hold them nice and stable, and for additional holding nice and stable we can also add this. And yeah, that should work just fine by me. Can add like there you go, some deluxe winglets over here. It's not exactly the way I want them to be. How does this look? Good. I think it can work. I think it should be fine. Yeah. Something like that. And with the additional RCS, we should have like relatively decent control of the ship. Like no problemo. Okay, so the plan is this gets like in the higher atmosphere. This gets us into orbit and hopefully even like close to that big orbit, and this gets us where we need and back. It has a lot of thrust, so we'll not need a lot of acceleration from it, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough. So it will go like this, then we'll want to decouple this together with this because we'll be up and away by then we'll have this, and this will only decouple basically like when we prepare to land. And let's also add drogue chutes as well. It's gonna be pretty heavy, so we might need to have drogue chutes for additional like slowing down stuff. So we'll call this one Orbit Rescuer. Rescuer. That how you spell that? I hope that it's how you spell it. I'd be pretty embarrassed if it wasn't. Alright, we don't need any of that. And yeah, we're gonna try and do this. Then after that we'll see about the Minmus landing. We'll probably not have enough time to finish it, but we will see about it. And after that, after the Minmus mission, we will see about making a probe that will get hopefully to another planet. That will be the next goal. Activate RCS. I don't think we need RCS right away. We have like engines that can gimbal. There you go, it has gimbal. Alright, very good, very good. And yeah, let's go. Oh, alright, that was a weird spin. Oh, I guess it was because of the winglets being stuck in the structural things. That's, you know, a little bit unfortunate, and I'm trying to spin it back in the rightful position, and it is almost back around. Alright, very good, and we're accelerating quite nicely. We can even reduce the throttle, we can activate RCS if we want additional stabilization, and we already are in a position to like perform like a burn, you know, a gravity turn kind of burn. But we'll wait on that. We'll not like try and do it too fast because hey, there's no point in doing that. Alright, going up. Once we get to like 10,000, we might want to start pulling the ship, pushing it ever so slightly. Once we'll dump that fairing, we'll also deploy the solar panels and the antenna. Come on, ever so carefully, ever so gently. It is among like the most gentle gravity turns I have ever done. Oh, I guess those are the things that we've dropped. Hopefully, haven't destroyed anything on the back on base. I'm hearing the explosions. Don't think I'm not. Okay, let's burn up. We'll need to get. This is not gonna be enough to get us into orbit. Unfortunate. It will only be enough to like get us up. Maybe we need a solid fuel boosters. I don't know. Like, sure, control descent is good, but sometimes you just need to like burn, baby, burn. You know what I'm saying. Okay, we are up. It's good enough. Any fuel that we have to spare is gonna be exceptionally valuable. Hey, we look at that now. I guess that's the advantage of like this drone compared to like the first one we have, or probe or whatever. It has like the ability to orient prograde and retrograde, and that's pretty good. I mean, if we want to land, that's as much as we need basically. Yeah, we can deploy this. We are pretty much out of the thicker part of the atmosphere, so we are safe to deploy these, extend the antenna, the solar panels. So yeah, we now have power, and also deploy these if we want, but no need to. arm. Can you not extend it? I thought that it could be extendable, but I guess the people that were using it that I was, I saw on the internet were just like I'm using it like an additional part. Alright, and at like 30 seconds roughly we will start the burn, which is roughly about now. Right on the horizon. We'll get a lot of thrust from this, so we'll get a bit of speed, but we'll need to switch to the next stage, fortunately. There you go, and now we get on the skipper, which is a pretty powerful engine, and we still have a decent amount of fuel, but I am not sure. This is a pretty high orbit. It's like on the millions of meters away, and it's also inclined, so we need to like deal with the inclination part of it. And yeah, like efficiency is not the issue that we have. The issue that we have is like I mean thrust. We do not need thrust. We need just a lot of efficiency to like burn a lot to get there, I think. It'll be attempt number 1, and we'll see about future attempts. So we got the orbit, very rightfully so, very good. Now we need to get all the way to it. Oh boy, this is a pretty bad angle. How the fuck did you get into such a bad orbit? Okay, can you set it as target? Thank you. Alright, so this is how it looks like. Intersect, target position at intersect. Yeah, it's pretty far away. So where would we burn for it to be as close as possible? No, we do not want to encounter the moon for this time. Okay. And in order to like make this fucking adjustment, where the fuck did we go? Oh my god, okay, we went a little bit too far low than we need. How is that a Kerbin escape? Oh, I guess it's a Kerbin escape, fine. A little bit confusing, but we can sort this out, no problem. Okay. How low are we actually burning over here? Damn, this moon in the way is really annoying, huh? Actually, wait, we're not doing this properly. In order to like change our inclination, we'd have to like do these maneuvers on the nodes. Yeah, there you go. The descending and or ascending node. Yeah, that was my bad. Okay, so no, that's the wrong way. We'll have to do it like this, and then we'll have to like burn. There you go. I guess we'll burn again once we get here to like circularize it, and then it will be basically just orbital maneuvers, and we need 12,000 meters per second of acceleration in order to get there. We need to burn for 1 minute with the skipper engine. That is ridiculous. And then we need additional burns to circularize it, and then we'll need additional burns to like actually get it close by lowering or raising our orbit depending on where we are relative to its position, and then we'll need to bring it back to Kerbin as well. That is like the easiest step, but still yeah, this will not be enough. Who would have thought getting to the moon is easier than doing this, huh? The problem is that this fucking actuator is so big, and it doesn't allow me like enough freedom of movement to like use something a little bit smaller. Alright, let's start the burn and see where we get with this amount of fuel. Why is it spinning? Okay, it should be fine. Get it oriented and get it far away. I mean, we can assist it by using the RCS thrusters as well. You know, if we have the fuel, the monopropellant, might as well use it, right? Okay, well, we have enough fuel to get into like the first stage. We are using more fuel than we would need to get to the moon to do this maneuver and this maneuver alone. That is like really bumming me out. Alright, and we got to it. Sort of reasonably so. Minimal deviation, how they say. Alright, and then once we get here, we'll need to add another maneuver and extend ourselves and like make some slight adjustments. There you go. So that we are on as close of the line as possible. Oh, careful there. And then what we'll need to do is to figure out, so intersect target position at intersect. That means that we are behind the ship, so we'll need to catch up to it, which means that we'll need to have an orbit that is lower than what we have. How it will look, how will this maneuver look on the next orbit? Oh, too much, huh? Yeah. Okay, well, we'll get it going for the first run. Just orient yourself like prograde and with additional adjustments. And hey, if this doesn't work out, then what we'll do different is that I'll make the second ship, and I'll not go through the launch step again and through the steps of like making this orbit. I'll only go through the step of like actually making the encounter work, you know, so I don't like waste too much time of the recording fiddling around with basic stuff, you know, quote unquote basic. Oh my god, this ship is so hard to control. Even with the RCS, we are barely keeping it level here. Come on, go back. Go back to where you belong. Man, we're gonna run out of those RCS thrusters before long. Now we do need a lot less fuel now that we are, you know, properly in space. But still, like 11 seconds, then we'll need to fiddle around more. So probably like 11 more seconds, then we need to get back. So 11 more seconds. I don't think we have 30 seconds worth of fuel. How much does it take to get us over here? 4 hours. Alright, we have the time. Just get to the apoapsis. Alright, we are almost there. Just some final adjustments. This is gonna be rough because you literally need to get next to that ship. This is going to actually show you just how big the distances in space are, you know, and how difficult it is to meet two dots in space. Well, this mission and the mission to get to another planet, those two missions are gonna be the ones that will change your perspective about the difficulty that space travel represents. We also need to like burn a little bit like radially out, I think. That is like a little bit too much, but we'll see about it. Okay, let's see where this gets us. Alright, cut the maneuver node. How are you looking, huh? Okay, so target position at intersect point, intersect point. So we are over here when the target will be over here. Alright, well, it's good that we have a smaller orbit because we are behind, which means that we need to catch up. We need to catch up to it. So, how long does it take? Oh my god, it takes like 2 days to go around this orbit and back. And we have the Minmus mission to take care of. I mean, not too long. So let's go for, you know, one encounter. So wait, this is like the first one where we are here and then here. Then it'll be the second intersect. Let's go through like the first intersect, see how it things. Yeah, there you go. See, we slowly get closer and closer with each intersect as time goes on. There will be over here, then it will be here. Because we have a smaller orbit, we move faster and we can get closer. Ever so slightly closer. I mean, we could have kept the orbit much smaller in order to catch up much faster, but then you might overshoot it, you know, you have to keep that into account as well. But yeah, that's the basic idea of it. I'd really like to know when the Minmus ship is going to come back. Yeah, and I cannot leave this and go back to the space center because it will basically mean a waste of this mission. Well, we'll quick save. Can do that at the very least. And I don't know, we'll just terminate it. I mean, we only wasted like 2 days in worst case scenario. That's not too bad, really. Oh my god. Okay, space data from space around Minmus, that's easy money. And it should be doable almost right away. Where is it? Well, still 1 day. I mean, we can technically fly this and that ship will keep going around and around until it gets closer. I don't like what this is happening over here though. Excuse me? Yeah, someone just sabotaged my ship greatly while I was away. I don't know who did it, but if I'm going to find out who did it, I'm gonna be very upset about it. Is it? The fucking things that are supposed to be around the engine and around the heat shield just magically warped to the side of the ship. Yes, the position I think was not rightfully calculated. Going to assume that they maybe are here and they are just drawn to a different position. I don't know. But yeah, we need to get science from space around Minmus, then we need to test the Twitch engine. So warp me like into Minmus, if you would please. Whoa, alright, it's coming in fast and furious. Alright, we got here. So yeah, the periapsis is pretty small. We'll need to make an orbit. Well, actually, no, I don't. We can make the orbit and go for another like go around before we do this test. Alright, let us do the science around Minmus. There you go. Transmit. Very good. We finished that one. No problemo. Okay, warp me to periapsis. And we will try to go to the Minmus poles on this one as well. Alright, very good. Quick save again, I guess. Start the burn. It does look a little bit weird because we are like basically below the planet, but that is fine. Burn a little bit too much. We need our orbit to be higher in order to perform the test, so it's okay. We'll go prograde and we'll burn just a tad bit, just a wee bit. So 50, and there you go, perfect. And then we will yeah, this is making me feel extremely uncomfortable, but have we done this before? Yeah, we haven't, but the thing is that they are in space over Minmus. The thing is that we also want to land and we can only use it once. We are below the planet, right? Right. So we could try to stop the burn and try to land on Minmus South Pole, or we can land on Minmus North Pole. Hey, you know, the good news is that we are already like oriented the right way. So yeah, there you go. We just need to like slow ourselves down to go straight down. That's about it. Anyhow, warp me to here, and then we'll discuss the details. Well, it's not really a pre-orbit. Let me say that out of the get-go. So we are in orbit. We are almost at the right altitude. There you go. So we can now run the test on the Twitch engine. If you would, please and thank you. Okay. Shut down engine. Thank you very much. We did it. That's a lot of money and I'm pretty happy about it. Lower my orbit. Just a tad bit here. And then we'll lower it again once we get to the periapsis once again. And then we'll prepare for landing. It's beautiful though, being so far away, being above it and above and beyond, how they would say. Warp me here, I will do the burn and then I will go and check really quickly to see what's going on with the other ship, Arlena Kerman. I mean the ship going to rescue Arlena Kerman. Okay, we almost got to the periapsis. There you go. It's good enough. Don't need maneuver nodes at this point. I am an expert. I know how things work. Just orient and burn, orient and burn. There you go. Looking pretty lovely. Alright. Okay, very good. And once we actually, before we do that, how about you make a maneuver here and just there you go, burn a little bit to the side here, just 1 second, in order to like not be on like a slightly like darker part of Minmus. Okay, quick saving, going back to the tracking station, checking on the other ship. Orbit Rescuer, how you're doing? You're getting close to it yet? This is going to be the next separation, then it's gonna be like this. So yeah, we are getting closer. We might need to consider to probably make the maneuver to encounter on this one. How much is the separation over here? 600 kilometers. That's a little too much. It also tells us the relative speed. That's very useful because what you want to do is you'll want to set this to the target speed. You'll want to cut the target speed to the point where it's 0 and then accelerate straight towards it. And that way you are sure that you're gonna go straight towards it, but you will want the separation to be as little as possible before you do that. Alright then. Well, going back to this. What are we doing on the Space Center? Observational surveys in flight. This one is pretty easy, and I already done it once, so I don't know why he wants me to do it again. Satellite in equatorial orbit. That's pretty easy. Mystery Goo, Materials Bay, equatorial orbit. Not gonna do another rescue mission. You know, rescue from the orbit of the moon. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who the hell put you to get there and get stranded there, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, let us cut to the chase. Get to the point. Almost doable. Where the fuck are the points now? Now they're back into place. Okay, well, I'm glad that at least they found their proper place, but yeah, that was very weird and I didn't like it. We're going up across the planet, technically. Celestial body, an easy confusion to make. These are, I think, the greater flats, which we have not been to. We have only been to the lesser flats. Over here, and they're like the even lesser flats or something like that, but we'll see. Okay, and we'll make a slight burn of adjustment, and that's even more than enough. And then once we are over here, we will burn ourselves to the ground in a hopefully not catastrophic way. Orient, retro. Alright. I'm not exactly sure if it is a different biome. It's been a long time since I've been here. But it's definitely a biome that we need to explore. Alright, let's burn whatever we have, and that's it. Attach. Activate, burn ourselves until we're going pretty much straight down. Glad we detached this in an unstable orbit so that it will collide with the planet and not remain as debris. Very good. And yeah, now we just need to go down. We are very close to the pole actually, and that's pretty wonderful. That's what I wanted. Lights are on. The things are deployed and we are going down. Roger that, we're going down over. Okay, maybe a little bit too fast, but we already been through this, and the thing is that, you know, we can use these lines to see where they converge, these lines drawn upon the surface, see where they converge to the pole. Now, it's not the flattest place ever, so it's gonna be a little bit rougher to land. This is another reason, by the way, I haven't thought about it, why Minmus is more recommended to go to first than the moon, and that's because of the flatlands, which are extremely easy to land on. But yeah, the slow gravity of Minmus does mean that we will not have that big of an issue slowing ourselves down for the landing. We're still not even 3,000 meters away. We're gonna start a burn once the radar altitude starts to move, and now it starts, so we'll start the burn, but we'll need to stop it and start it again. "2,000 meters. It's pretty high terrain, I'll give it that. Any new science over here? You're just in space around Minmus. You don't think that this is like a very particular place of Minmus? Pretty cold, and actually it's not too cold. 220 Kelvin. It's just minus 40. minus 30, something along those lines. That's quite livable, actually. Okay, 1000 meters, and look at that view with Kerbin and the moon. I want to take a shot of this, like when we plant the flag, to be able to see like both the ship, the flag, Kerbin, moon, and the sun, all of them to be seen together. Now try and focus on the landing before we do that. We want to crash this final like approach here. It's so little thrust to slow down. I'm gonna go slightly below a hill, but hopefully it will be fine. Less than 300 meters. Just 200 now. I hope I can still get the shot. It's fine. This mission is only about getting the most beautiful shot that we can, and obviously the science and exploration, but I feel like my main objective here is getting a wonderful shot of landing over here. Alright, well, we are on our final approach. And it's not too terribly sloppy, as I initially expected. And this will be our touchdown. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And can we see all of them? We can. Oh my god, this is so gorgeous. I love it. There's no better feeling than this. And yes, these are the Minmus poles. We have actually reached them. And look at all that science. Wonderful, wonderful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, Jebediah, you can let go and jump and fall on the poles in the very small gravity that is on Minmus. Take an EVA report. Indeed, you do feel like a superhero. Crystal-like grains, not edible. Whoopee! Yoo-hoo! Very, very beautiful. Alright, let's do this shot. So we have the ship, we have the moon, we have the sun, we have Kerbin, and we have Jebediah planting the flag to see them all. Isn't this just the most beautiful thing you've seen? Minmus poles. The quest for knowledge shall never end. This is like the most dramatic thing that I could think and say, having this view upon me. And this is just, let's not forget, this is just Minmus. We'll have like imagine the beauty that we'll encounter once we get to like a different planet. The most beautiful things to observe, by the way, in whoa, we are on top of the ship. Hey, this is actually funny. The most come on, Jeb is just playing with me now. Hey, alright. The most beautiful views from what I know about these are the shots that you can get from Joel's satellites. You know, going on the satellites and getting shots from there. We have planted the flag on Minmus, that is wonderful. Scientific data from the surface of Minmus, we can easily do that with a crew report that will transmit, and we've done that as well. Now here's the question. Make a quick save here. Can we do another mission and land somewhere else and also have enough fuel to come back. Like do another mission in which we go and land like over here. Yes, we shall see. The only problem is that I'm not sure in which direction I need to burn to get there. It's gonna have to be somewhere south. Worst case scenario, I mean, we have the quick save, and if it doesn't work, we'll just warp back. Okay, we are burning roughly the right way. How about this? No, this way. Yeah, this is the way. Alright, that's more than enough burn for our purposes. So yeah, I know that I started this video with the intention of like making that recovery mission, but hey, why not hit two birds with one stone while we're at it, right? Okay, there you go. Can burn just enough to go above it, and once we get there, we'll burn and land again. We only need 8 seconds of burn, so yeah, and we'll need like a little bit more to like slow down, but this is what I mean. Since we need so little fuel to maneuver on Minmus, we might as well try and get like... Actually, now that I think about it, it's not that good because we are limited in the amount of science we can get. Yeah, because we only have like one science junior, one of those. Yeah, it's not going to work. Well, it's been a good attempt at least. Let's get ourselves back into orbit and let's get ourselves back to Kerbin. We'll need to burn, I think we'll need to burn no, this way maybe. That I think that escapes us from Kerbin. We do not want that. Alright, then bring it back. This way. How does this look? Yeah, we almost got it. Well, we'll start like this and we'll make additional adjustments once we move from there. So just get on the right marker, wait some more. This video is going long enough as is, so I'm going to just make the burn to like the escape burn basically, and then I'm going to come back. I hope I'm not going to crash into any mountains. This is a very low periapsis. We can though go and enjoy the view as we travel across the surface. It is beautiful. Nothing to be said about that. Yeah, it did reduce the time warp just because we are so low over the surface. But we are in orbit and that is not going to be a problem. Camera is so wonky. Come on. Come on. I mean, I could go to another ship and get it back, but I'm going to bother. Yeah, we're going back up. Still very low to the surface. How much were we? We're not... I guess we were like 3,000 meters at some point, but yeah. Not enough to represent a risk. We're going the other way. How hilarious would have been if we just crashed in our own debris. My god, I could not like even imagine the shitstorm. Like, we are trying so hard to obtain an encounter with a ship. In the meanwhile, we accidentally crash into another thing. You know, we accidentally get an encounter with like our own debris and crash into it. It would be a pretty solid crash, considering that we're traveling in opposite directions. I don't think our ship could survive. Okay, let us burn ourselves away. Get me out of here. Probably not the most efficient way to do it. I'm going to go straight up and say it right now, but yeah, this is the problem of like how you orient yourself. It's gonna take 1 day to escape, so I think we are safe. We'll need an additional burn to like get ourselves down, and plus waiting a lot of time. So before we end this episode, just one more look at the other ship. Where is it? Orbit recover, fly me. Right. Oh yeah, okay, it's not even like close. Get over here. We'll see the separation here, and then we'll see the next separation, and we'll decide. The next one will be... will it be... it'll be smaller, even smaller. Alright, that's good. We'll wait for that then. And yeah, I still don't think I have enough fuel to actually like make the maneuver and bring it back. It's unfortunate, but we'll have to probably send another ship to do it, but at least it's going to be a learning experience. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure you leave a like. It's fun to see more. Do you have anything, I mean, plant a flag on the moon? It's just boring at this point. It's not even boring, it's insulting. We'll try another one of these. No, we're not gonna do that. We're going to prepare for the next stop after we do like the recovery mission and coming back from Minmus. We're going to prepare to send a probe to somewhere outside of the Kerbal sphere of influence. That is my next step, and after that probe, maybe even a manned mission to somewhere. I don't know where it will be. Will it be Duna? Will it be Eve? Will it be Ilo? Will it be Moho? Or will it be one of Joel's moons? This is what I heard, like the most beautiful view is that one that you can get from like one of the planets, like either Layeth or Vol or something like that. You can see like multiple moons, and you can see Joel, and you can see like, you know, the rest of the solar system. Not entirely, but still pretty beautiful. Anyway, see you guys next time. What they're going to make. Bye bye.